Hey you guys, Phoebe here from Little Grey Box with Matt behind the camera, and today we are on tour with the guys at Intrepid Travel and Travel South because we are exploring the southern USA states of Tennessee, North Carolina, South Carolina and Georgia. Now in our last video we spent an amazing 24 hours in Nashville, so if you haven't seen that, go back and watch it and then come back right here so you are all caught up, because in this video we are going to Asheville and Charleston. Woohoo! To help you travel well, we are going to be sharing all our experiences and travel tips along this journey. Now you guys, if you don't already, be sure to subscribe and say hello in the comments below. Our day today started in Nashville, where we climbed into our Intrepid tour van and we did a bit of a road trip, driving right here to the Great Smoky Mountain National Park. Now I think that drive took around 4.5 hours, maybe 5, with a couple of stops in the way. It's gone really quickly. The drive was really easy. If you're thinking about hiring a car and doing a road trip yourself, I would recommend. We have had such a nice day already today, and it is only just the beginning. And look at that picnic set up behind us.
What you wanna do now? Should we head back to my place? When you give me that smile, I think my heart's turning up the pace. I don't care about what we do if I get to be with you. What you wanna do now? What's to be afraid of when we're young, stupid, and in love?
The Great Smoky Mountain National Park is the most visited national park in the US. And when you tell people that, they're usually like, what? You know, I thought it would be Grand Canyon or Yosemite. But I don't know if you noticed, when we came in, we didn't have to pay an entrance fee. Back in the 1900s, the legislature of Tennessee passed a law saying that it was illegal to put any tolls on a road that crossed over the Appalachian Mountains, because that would make it harder to get to Tennessee. The other reason why this is the most visited national park is that it is within a day's drive of about 65% of the population of the US. Tons of different wildlife here. You have elk, you have black bears. When you have a lot of trees, especially deciduous trees, they kind of create their own atmosphere or their own like microclimates. So when you come out here at like early morning, late evening, you get these like tendrils of fog that creep through the mountains, and it gives off this really like purplish glare to the hills in the background. So that's why they're called the Great Smoky Mountains.
You guys, this is beautiful Michaela, our Intrepid tour travel guide, and she's going to tell you all about our next stop.
So right now we are at Clingmans Dome, which is the highest point in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. It's at about 6,600 feet, so roughly 2,000 meters. We are in the greater Appalachian mountain range that stretches all the way from Georgia to Maine. The mountains that you would see in Scotland and Northern Ireland are part of this same mountain chain, so it was formed before the continent split apart. So
wow,
pretty cool and unique area.
Travel day today. We drove a really long way and we are only just getting a taste of Asheville this evening. We will be doing more tomorrow. But this is a really fitting start. Every Friday night they have a drum circle which kicks off from about 5 or 6 p.m. right in this park in the heart of downtown Asheville. So if you are lucky enough to be here on a Friday, be sure to come down here and check it out. I think it's really reflective of the vibe here in Asheville. This place is known as being like the San Francisco of this region. Very artsy, very hippie, very cool, very laid back. So get amongst it BYO drum and enjoy the drum circle. Our dinner here in Asheville is at a local vegetarian restaurant called The Laughing Sea. Now you guys, their menu is stocked full of vegetarian options. Everything's vegetarian, but they have loads of vegan and gluten-free options too. So if you do have dietary requirements, this spot's your jam, and it's my jam, and the menu looks amazing, and this is what has come out. This is my tostada ensalada with vegan ranch. All of this is vegan. It just looks and smells incredible. I'm so excited to eat it. And because I'm an animal and out of control, I made Matt share his burger too, so I'm also gonna have some of this. Look at the smile on my face, I'm so happy. That is fantastic. Good morning, you guys. So we are waking up in Asheville this morning and we are starting our day a really cool way. Now this is the local farmers market. It is held every Saturday from morning until noon, and you won't forget where it is. It's a market on Market Street. And this is just fantastic. I mean, I can't tell you how lovely the locals are. It's such a distinctly welcoming, inclusive community feel here. I absolutely love it. There is so much beautiful fresh produce, gluten-free cakes, artisanal breads, gorgeous flowers, cute dogs. This is just a really beautiful spot. With a population of around 92,000 people, Asheville is a place that truly embraces its Appalachian Mountain heritage. There's a great art and music scene, plenty of craft breweries and great wine. Now this is all set against the stunning backdrop of the Blue Ridge Mountains. We have loved our time here. It has only been very brief and I wish we had longer. But this video is not over because we are about to jump in the van and we are going to head out to Charleston. We have arrived in South Carolina. We are in Charleston, staying at the KOA Campground. Now, as you can see, there's a lot going on behind me. We are setting up our campground. Now, the camping experience can be a typical part of an Intrepid tour, and I love it. This is really fun. It's nice to kind of mix it up between lodgings and campgrounds. So let me show you around a little bit. Then Michaela has set up our kitchen area here, so this is all undercover in case it rains. We're going to be cooking dinner here. We've got ice cold beers, great food. We're going to have a campfire. If you are doing an Intrepid tour, they will supply the tents for you, but you will need to bring the rest of your gear. If you are going to buy things from Walmart and you're only going to use it once, just make sure that you find a local charity that you can donate all of that kind of stuff to once you are done with it, lest it go to waste. There are people who really need it and can really benefit from shelter and warmth and comfort. Here it is. Michaela's been chopping wood. We're really excited. We've got a delicious dinner planned. Then we've got all of these tents set up around me. Everyone's been putting those up. Tori, who's just scampered off in the background, did an incredible job by herself. And Matt and I have set up our little love nest over here. It's meant to be a 4-man tent. That would be a bit of a tight fit. We've got some inflatable mats for a bit of cushioning. We've got our suitcases in the middle. I mean, it's really the best place to put them. And then we've got our sleeping bags and our pillows all set up. It's really muggy, so I have a feeling when you have this open. Just remember, there are alligators in the south and there are alligator warning signs up by the water. So obviously you can't go swimming in there to cool down. Just keep that in mind. So as part of our camping experience, we are of course making our own dinner. We are in Team A, so we are gonna cook tonight, and Team B are gonna wash up tonight, and then tomorrow we'll switch roles. So we are making a delicious pasta dish. It's gonna be gluten-free, vegan option available. It's all happening.
Where do we gone? Oh, that. All great cooking. Yes.
And then tofu. Low and slow. It's the South USA way. Founded in 1670, Charleston is South Carolina's largest and oldest city, and it's known for its beautiful cobblestone streets, horse-drawn carriages, and pastel-coloured antebellum houses. It's also home to the federal stronghold of Fort Sumter, where the first shots of the Civil War rang out.
This girl went to town that night, she got blinded
led by the fancy lights, realize you cannot wait to live till tomorrow.
So shortly after its founding, like, Charleston became very wealthy very quickly because of the indigo and the rice trade, later on tobacco and cotton as well. Of course, this is all done entirely because they enslaved Africans, but because it grew so quickly and it was in like a port city, it accumulated a lot of wealth. It's the wealthiest city in the colonies by the 1700s, and because of that, they were the first to like bring a lot of like culture over to the U.S. So this is the Dock Street Theater, one of the first theaters in the Americas.
These ironic words,
We are doing something really, really special this morning. We are having a gospel brunch at Paul's Chophouse. So something I've really been loving on this trip is trying Southern food. I mean, it is legendary, and I was so excited to get into the scene, and you guys, it has not disappointed. Every meal we've had has been fantastic, and this one is no exception. My food is delicious. They did me up a big veggie plate. They've been so accommodating of all our dietary needs, so I just want to say thank you to Halls and thank you to everybody who's helped us get through picnic. Now I've got some greens here. I've never had collard greens before. I just took my first bite and they are delicious with the fried potatoes. Matt's gone for the breakfast filet mignon with a side of eggs. And I'm going to let you in on a little secret in my handbag here. My little secret weapon. I'll carry around my hot sauce. It's so good. Down there is a French toast like nothing I've ever seen before, and everything is tasting delicious and it is washed down perfectly with a brunch mimosa. Blown away. You know, places in Europe are often thought of as being particularly romantic, spots like Paris, but I have to tell you, Charleston has this incredibly old world elegance, romantic charm to it. It is absolutely beautiful. I feel like Scarlett O'Hara, debutante ball. It's so beautiful. The houses, everything is so charming and lush and green, and then the people are absolutely lovely. It has taken me by surprise. I didn't expect it to be this amazing. And well, this is all part of our Intrepid travel tour, of course, but this would be a great addition to any itinerary for a road trip through the southern USA states. I think I could easily spend 4 or 5 days here. It's absolutely beautiful, but if you are short on time, 2 would be a good number. Come down to East Bay Street and you will find Rainbow Rose. This is a beautiful collection of pastel colored antebellum houses, and not only are they beautiful and straight out of your Instagram fantasies, they are full of history, and some of them I believe you can actually get into to visit. But even if you don't want to do that, it is well worth coming along and strolling this street just to soak in the history and then go for a little bit of a walk along the water's edge as well. We are at Boone Hall Plantation, a place with direct ties to the South's history of slavery. Matt and I believe it's incredibly important to pay something like this the respect it deserves and not in any way diminish or trivialize it. Travel has given us incredible opportunities to learn, from visiting concentration camps in Germany to the killing fields in Cambodia. Each one has been an opportunity for us to learn, to humanize the history, to better understand the struggles of others and gain a deeper understanding and appreciation for what other people have gone through. It isn't about guilt, it isn't about shame, and for us, we don't mind coming here because it's an opportunity to learn and better ourselves as humans. Boone Hall is one of America's oldest working plantations, continually growing crops for over 320 years. It features a large colonial revival plantation house and the historic Avenue of the Oaks. The plantation includes a slave street, with 9 antebellum brick cabins built between 1790 and 1810, and a slave street such as this one is considered to be a rarity. There are also guided tours that you can join, and I would really recommend that you do. It's going to give you some valuable insight into the history and help you trace the struggles of those who lived here. After a big day of exploring, we are back here at our campsite, and you would just not believe how beautiful it is here. We have got some cold beers. We are going to sit around the campfire with our new friends and just enjoy our last night here in Charleston, because tomorrow we are off to Savannah. But not before we have our campfire and our last dinner together. After that delicious dinner, that brings this video to an end, you guys. I really hope you have enjoyed it. Now, if you don't already, be sure to subscribe and say hey y'all in the comments below. Have a great weekend, and I will see you next week. Love ya.